Hello, 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 and welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the recap and review for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, episode 21 from their season 12. It is entitled Not My Sister's Keeper. Okay, so let's get started. All right. We open with Garcelle having a Birkin and Bubbles party. And I'm glad to see that the finale is with Garcelle in this position. And what I mean is, I was told a long time ago that they save the finale to have like one big event, and usually that person is either the most, has the most seniority or the fan favorite. And I think in this episode they combined them because we open, like I said, with the Birkin and Bubbles with Garcelle, and I believe she's a fan favorite. I know she's one of mine. And then, of course, it ends with Kyle's big jewelry party. But anyway, so I was glad to see that. After her third season, Garcelle got to do the finale show. It got to be, about her. So, and what she was doing, her party. And the Birkin handler, which is one of Garcelle's good friends, and his name is Christos, and he shows her a bag and says 45. She says 1,000 and starts laughing in disbelief. She tells us that where she's from, she just can't wrap her head around it. Then we get to see Patrick. Garcelle tells us she stole him from Kathy, so he'll be her butler for this event. Then we cut to Kyle real quick, where they show us her getting ready for her event. She's hosting an event for the Princess Grace Foundation. It's a fancy event, and it's set up so that the ladies can borrow diamond jewelry. And she said hopefully they spend the money because all of the proceeds will go to their charity. And I don't believe that we are actually told what the charity helps. We know the name of it, and we know it's named after someone, a princess, but even later when the woman, the CEO of it, talks, she says she calls it their charitable mission. And I want to know, what exactly is it? See, at least, okay, so let me say this. At least with Dorit's homeless and toothless, or excuse me, homeless not toothless, we know darn well it's helping folks. Like, it's right there in the title. The homeless and the toothless is helping them. Or homeless who's toothless or something. Homeless and toothless is very plain. The Princess Grace Foundation, what is that? And no, I didn't look it up. I didn't. You know what, you guys? I'm just a little bit tired. I had a full weekend. I enjoyed myself. And now I'm back. And I am pooped. I'm tired. So I'm not looking that up. But it was just weird that the show didn't say it, or either Bravo cut it out. That's weird to me. But moving right along. All right, now cut to Cherie arriving at Garcelle's house. Garcelle is telling her that she has the charcuterie board and chicken and waffles, but she adds, but not because you're here. And then Cherie says, "Is that racist?" Now, the reason why she said that, just in case some people don't know, there is a place, well, it was anyway, because I've been there myself. I don't know if it's still there in Los Angeles, but um, it was called Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, and way back in the day, like years ago, the clientele was pretty much black people. Okay, and so that's where Garcelle's coming from when she says that she also got chicken and waffles, but not because you're here. And and Cherie picked right up on that and said, "Is that racist?" But honestly, my sentiments about chicken and waffles, I do not like them together. I enjoy them separate. I don't know whose idea it was to put chicken and waffles together, but it's actually served on top of the waffle. And I asked for everything separate. I couldn't do it. But anyway, so that's where that came from. Now, when Kyle arrives, she makes a V-line run towards Sutton while shouting, "Get your hands off of my bag!" The ladies admire all of the Birkins, and we get to see just how expensive they can be. And Kyle is herself arrived with the other ladies arrived with their Birkins, the ones who had them anyway, because Sutton had one as well, and I forgot how much they said that it was. And then I believe Rena tells us that she has a little mini one. I don't have one at all. Okay. But Kyle is wearing a Birkin. Like I said, that's $60,000. And now the side note that I want to point out is that I do love what Patrick told Sutton's assistant Joshua. When Joshua asked if he had a husband, Patrick told him, "No, I'm a butterfly. I go from flower to flower." Now I just felt like what a beautiful way to describe a whore. Okay. He said, "I'm a butterfly. I go from flower to flower. That's why I don't have a husband." I heard that. Okay. And I didn't mean to call that man no whore, but okay, Patrick, we see you. We see you. Cut to Kyle and Garcelle in the kitchen, and Kyle is telling Garcelle about Kathy's apology. Garcelle, she's wondering why, but Garcelle says that if Kyle wants to sweep it under the rug to save her family, then Rena should butt out of it. Kyle's daughter is getting married and she wants all of them at the wedding. So that has been voiced by Kyle over and over within these last couple of episodes. Like, that's her main thing. She wants them all at the wedding. So, and that's understandable. Although the main thing should just be, I want my family to get along. Like, even if that wedding wasn't happening, are you implying that it's okay if y'all not getting along? Do you just want to get along because of the wedding? And I don't know. And the reason why that is coming out of my mouth right now is because she said it like several times that she wants them at the wedding. She wants to get along because she wants them at the wedding. She wants everybody at the wedding. It's very important to her that everybody is at her daughter Hannah's wedding. And I'm like, okay, I do understand that, and that's a beautiful thing. However, I'm like, so what if your daughter wasn't having a wedding though? Would your concern be not as great? I don't know. That's what I was picking up. Okay, I feel like that's what she was putting down, and that's what I was picking up. Continuing. All right, cut to the ladies all seated, and Sutton shares a Bumble experience where she was enjoying a conversation with someone for 40 minutes. Then he hung up, apparently. And because she said the phone just went dead. And then she said she sent him a message and he blocked her. The whole group says, "Oh, he had a wife." Now, what kind of shit was that? Married folks don't need to be on dating apps. All right. Then Garcelle busts out with, and it appears that she busts out with this out of nowhere, which is why I said she busts out with Rena. "Kyle tells me that you saw Kathy yesterday." Rena says, "Yes, it was good overall." Then Rena, asks Kyle how she felt about it. Kyle says, "I felt better once she apologized." Rena tells them she was shook for the third time. Okay, and Bravo plays it where she just keeps saying she was shook. She was shook. She was shook. And then before the episode is over, she says it again that she was just shook to her core. And Kyle wishes that Rena would move on. Kyle tells Rena that she feels uncomfortable. Rena tells Kyle that she hopes Kathy gets the help that she needs. And my question would be to Rena, did you get some help for your behavior? Like let's qualify this statement. you have your reasons why you feel like she should get some help, but your behavior has been worse than that. Like, you broke a wine glass and was so did you get help? You know what I'm saying? And maybe she did get some help, but I certainly would. My response would be something along those lines, most definite. What, Lee? Now we see the good old Bravo montage of the ladies getting ready for Kyle's Princess Gala. And PK asks Dorit if he should wear a tie or a bow tie. She says bow tie. And he says, well, there's a problem. I don't have a bow tie. And Dorit is like, well, why did you ask me? And he said, because I expected you to say tie. All I could do was shake my head and laugh because that would irritate me a little bit. But I am with Dorit with, he should wear a bow tie. And what I liked and what interested me was Dorit then said, okay, well, I'll get you a bow tie. And I was thinking, man, it's up to women to always, take care of their man in all kinds of ways. He needs a bow tie and he ain't got no bow tie and he acting like he don't know what to do about that. And she says, I'll get you a bow tie. Now, granted, this has to be just a certain amount of hours before they have to show up because they're literally getting ready and getting dressed. And the man does show up with a bow tie. So I was thinking, did they DoorDash or Uber delivery a bow tie? Because I know she didn't get in the car and go somewhere and buy him a bow tie. So do they DoorDash bow ties? I don't know. Y'all let me know. Then cut to Rinna and Erica in the car on the way, and they are discussing Kathy sending cease and desist. And Rinna is saying she won't be silenced. And she says that she is shook for a fourth time. Then we see Kyle being adorned with jewels well worth over $1 million. I believe one was $1 million all by itself. Some other piece was $3 million, and then another one was like almost $1 million. And they do look really good. They do, and all of the ladies look nice. Some more than others. Kyle makes a point to say Kathy is out of town, and that's the only reason she's not there. It becomes ironic how Kyle is running around the party talking about how much she doesn't want to talk about Kathy, okay? But you are. Even just by running to each woman and saying how much you don't want to talk about Kathy, you are talking about Kathy. So just hush, okay? Just hush. Sometimes it would really behoove people to just hush. I've had to learn that every opinion of mine does not have to be expressed, okay? Anyway, but of course, Erica and Rinna keeps talking about it. Now, I'm gonna add this because it was worth adding to me because I never seen anything like this before in my life. I noticed Asher is not even wearing a damn shirt. He don't have a shirt on. He don't even have a shirt on. He got a dress jacket and dress pants, and then he wearing First of all, that was weird to me at a glamorous luxury party. You don't have a shirt on? That's half naked. But what he is wearing is Dorothy's shoes from the Wizard of Oz. He got them shiny red click-em shoes on. Just WTF. WTF to that whole outfit. I don't know what's going on, but I guess he In the last episode, last review, I did say how, she can't dress, his woman can't dress, so I guess he just said, let me match her in that way. That is just weird. No shirt and Wizard of Oz shoes? No, sir. I wanted him to click them together and go back home. Okay? Because there's no place like what home? And cut to the dinner scene. And Kyle sits next to Garcelle and asks if she's spoken to Kathy. Garcelle says yes, today. And she's upset that people are running with a story that doesn't make her look good. Now, in Garcelle's confessional, she says if Erica and Rinna really cared about Kyle as a friend, they'd drop it. But they're not. So this is their agenda. Erica heard her name spoken and whispers to Rinna, I'm telling you right now, These two are coming for me. And Rena says, me too. Now, right on cue, Garcelle asks the ladies if they want to gather by the heaters and the couches so she can try to gather their edges. Okay, about Mrs. Kathy, honey. Garcelle asks Rena, what were you so offended about that you needed an apology from Kathy? Rena immediately says, I didn't need anything from Kathy. Okay, that's a lie because the whole time she was saying she needed an apology for Kathy and that Kathy owed her an apology. And when Garcelle asked why did she need an apology, then her response is, I didn't need anything from Kathy. You're saying different things. When you're asked a direct question, according to your behavior, why would you deny it or lie or whatever? Like, say why it is that you felt and told Kathy that she owed you an apology and told other people she owed you an apology. So when you're asked, why do you feel like she owed you an apology? Why would you say you didn't want anything from her? That it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Because she was asked why did she want an apology and she said she didn't want anything. That was a lie. And that's irritating. But anyway, and then she asked Garcelle, why do you have an attitude? She said, I'm trying to understand that. Why are you so bothered? Then Garcelle says that her opinion is that they're doing that because they're now not talking about Erica anymore, and now they're talking about Kathy. And Rena says that it can't be swept under the rug. Okay, talking about Kathy's behavior, it just can't be swept under the rug. Garcelle says it can if she wants it to, and she points to Kyle. Honey, Rena busts out and says, I'm not gonna take this to my grave because I'd get sick and get cancer if I didn't express this. And then she said, and I would die. You know what? Now, I did laugh a little bit at that. Now, understand I'm not laughing at cancer. That's not it at all. But she was being dramatic. And all of the ladies, all of them, even Diana with her kooky self, they are cracking up at the dramatics in their confessional. Okay? Like, you're saying that if you didn't continue to run around on TV and talk about Kathy's behavior, that you would die? You know what? Oh my God. That is such a reach. That's such a reach. It's so ridiculous that you can't do nothing but laugh at her silly ass. Now, I have a quick question. I am wondering if Rena is still on whatever soap opera she was on because she likes acting. She likes being dramatic. She likes being a dramatic actress. And I suggest that she let that outlet be her soap opera, or she needs to try out for some movies so that she can get that out of her system. Okay? Because saying that she was gonna die if she didn't run around talking about Kathy, sweetie, that's over the top dramatics. Okay? That's over the top dramatics. It's just way too much. Way more than what we asked for. We know that the housewives, and every franchise of the housewives, they can be dramatic. There's always a dramatic person. There's always a bone collector. There's always a dog with a bone. They always, anyway, talk about dogs. Listen. But saying you would die if you didn't run around gossiping about somebody, girl, get your ass apart in a movie. Okay. Okay. But anyway, then Kyle gets up and says she has to go to the restroom. They all end up gathering in the house, and Kyle tells them that Erica's publicist leaked the information. Allegedly. Now, she didn't say allegedly. I'm saying allegedly, okay? Y'all know I'm going to pepper that in somewhere about this Miss Kathy stuff. But Kyle said that Kathy hired somebody to do an investigation. She launched an investigation to see who's saying it. And so Kyle says that is a very, very good source that she trusts. And that source uncovered that it was Erica's publicist who was at the party giving play-by-play of everything while she was at that hair pop-up shop. So what doesn't make sense to me, Kathy wasn't even at the pop-up shop. So for them to be given play-by-play, it must be just what they overheard them talking about. Because to me, giving a play-by-play of Kathy's alleged behavior would be if that person actually saw it. I'm used to play-by-play. Now, I don't know much about sports, but my understanding is that that line comes from sports, where the commentator is giving a play-by-play of the action of the sports, what's going on. So I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense, kind of talking about Kathy giving a play-by-play of Kathy's behavior at a function where Kathy wasn't even there. So whatever. But I guess overall I get what she's saying, that your publicist is a big old gossiper and came from you, and then allegedly, and then Erica says, well, send me what you have and I'll look into it, because me and Nikki have the same publicist, and so I don't see why he would want to harm his client. Well, the person he was talking about was Kathy, and Kathy's not his client. Nikki is Kathy's daughter. So I don't know. And I do kind of, I do kind of get what she's saying, but Kathy's not his direct client. So her saying, see, look, I went all technical on their ass because they done got on my nerves. Rena and Erica done got on my nerves on this finale with them being such a dog with a bone. And even Kyle calls him that. But, anyway, her publicist is not representing Kathy. So to say he wouldn't want to, I don't see why he would want to hurt his client. Okay, well, anyway, either way, I wonder, I wonder if he is still her publicist. Okay, now that's something I should have looked up, but I didn't. And this is the finale, and I am sure I'm going to have another opportunity to talk about it because their reunion is coming up. And guess what, you guys? I am going to have a special guest with me. Okay, it's been planned, and so we're going to have fun. We are going to have fun with this reunion. All right, so I look forward to the reunion. They've already been talking about how explosive it was. So, let's go ahead and get ready for this reunion. And I want you guys to enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for commenting. All right. Those of you who do comment, I really appreciate it. Thank you for engaging with me. And don't forget to click that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I see y'all watching. Y'all be watching. And y'all hesitant with clicking the subscribe button. So go ahead and click that button. As I always say, it doesn't bite. All right. And I will talk to you guys soon. All right. Get ready for this reunion. All right. Get ready for this reunion because my special guests, they can't wait to talk about this reunion. They said they had so much to say. So let's get ready for the reunion coming up next. All right. Have a good week. Bye.